Heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV Radio, we dare to lead. Elegbete TV Radio, redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, good morning and welcome to this Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafi Matthew Sagana. You love to call me the Elegbete One of Sports. Yes, in Pidgin English, we will say Manchester City and Pep Guardiola Agbada a don't hook for Babuaya. I said the matter don't be so. Now I'm about the Porsche police, now not the police, the Porsche I'm about the way the matter be for Premier League. But that's the way it is in the Premier League because somehow Patrick Vieira, who happened to have a tiny little stint at Manchester City, if Man City does not win the title this season, will happen to be the guy who sabotaged their season. Because somehow Patrick Vieira managed to take 4 points off City. How did that happen? I don't know. Crystal Palace. It's crystal clear now that the initiative. The initiative is now in the hands of Liverpool. Let's see what happens. And Liverpool does not look like a team that wants to lose, even when they're not playing well. Like we saw against West Ham, this team find a way to win. They've gone from the team that we all said will suffer during the January window because of the African Cup of Nations, when that little tournament in Africa was going on, to a team that is unplayable, unbeatable, unmatchable. The only thing Pep Guardiola may be able to do to redeem himself is go on to win the Champions League. But that doesn't look like it is really easy. The effect of not having a striker is beginning to tell on the I don't know, because they've been doing well. I don't know. It's hard to even analyze that as a person. Like, I like to make my analysis based on conviction. I can't convince myself to say, oh, the reason why they're not doing well is the lack of striker. But just one of those things going on. The British press are at their very best at trying to show you that they are very good at what they do. But I'll say it, and I'll say it again, the British press is one of the worst in the world anyway. But hey, people will not agree to that because, everything we do is like we're learning from them. All of a sudden, all the dirty secrets of Roman Abramovich, human trafficking, kidnapping, whatever is happening. But this is my own angle to that conversation. Are we saying that they just discovered this story today? Roman Abramovich have been investing in England, direct investment and proxy investment, pseudo investment, like sponsorship money, a total of 5 billion, because Roman Abramovich came to Chelsea, to buy Chelsea like 19 years ago. I've come into England, and from that money, English people have earned money, taxes have been paid, the Area Majesty's taxmen have collected taxes, and the rest of that because of Roman Abramovich. And Roman Abramovich also became the catalyst of the new era of club owners in England. Are we saying that they just discovered? Okay, so let me read one headline for you. Written for Daily Mail by Martin Samuel. And I like to quote this so that when you quote it, don't say I'm the one that said it. Say he said according to. Because this is, I don't want people quoting me as Samuel. Roman Abramovich's downfall has shown an unwelcome light on Newcastle. But if Saudis of greater toxicity have been welcomed into St. James Park, how can the Saudi media group be kicked out of Chelsea? Okay, that's another side, because now they don't like Russian money anymore. Okay. Sam Soje, thank you very much, my brother. Sam Soje say about British press, you are spot on. The British press, no, I don't know any media that tell lies like that. I don't know any media that cook up. And because they get away with it. They can just wake up and tell you that so person is a god, he is the best person, is the best. Tomorrow they wake up again and say that very same person is this, is that. And then they spew out this story. So my question, okay, this is not me defending Roman Abramovich. This is not me justifying his business. And and I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. There is not a single billionaire in the world, including Dangote, that have legal money. You can't. It is not possible. Quote me on this. I'm on that road. It is not possible to be a billionaire and every of your money is clean. So there is one way. Billionaires are brutal people. Billionaires are people, when you step up to the plate, when you step up to that place that you want to become a billionaire, you start doing brutal things. In the eyes of, it's 69. One side you look at it is 6, the other side is 9, okay? In the eyes of certain people, it is okay. In the eyes of some other people, it is criminal. Okay, so they can't call you clean all the time. So let's not even have that conversation around, oh, Roman Abramovich's money is dirty. Every billionaire have dirty side to their money. But my own take, the English press is, you're saying that 19 years until the first bomb was shelled at Ukraine, you didn't know that Roman Abramovich is all that. You didn't know that Roman Abramovich represents all of this crap, and then all of a sudden you just discover all of a sudden you just the story, the intel just fall on your lap last night, and you just discover that, oh, Roman Abramovich. So let me read this. Dirty money, damning revelation of Roman Abramovich probe, including allegations of kidnapping, theft, and corruption. That's a whole lot. And I'm going to read that. I'm going to try my best to read the story to you guys and see. But I'm always going to be playing devil's advocate here. You can't, okay? You know, you can't just wake up. You can't collect this man's money. He helped to improve your league. He helped to galvanize your league, make people in your country make more money, provide tax money for you. And all of a sudden, you just believe that because there's a war in Ukraine, he is now a criminal. I'm not buying. Maybe if I was younger, I was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, maybe I would buy it. I've been in the media too. I know one of the things that I can always tell you, and let me give you guys an example, because Nigerians are a victim of media as well. Remember when Red Media and all these old social media people, Omojua, everybody gave you this idea that Buhari is the God, that when it comes, they didn't tell you the economic machines that will make it happen. A dollar will become a naira in 6 months. Electricity, we will have uninterrupted power supply. Remember that time? That's media. 7 years on, going into the 8th year, we all see it's clear. People are suffering. The hardship is beyond compare. These people led a march when they increased fuel price to 87 naira, is it 125? How much are you guys buying fuel? You know, but my greatest joy in this Nigeria, this is the first time that hardship is affecting both the rich and the poor. That's the only joy that I have. Like I always say to people, I'm not going to run. Oh. If I'm going to be survivor, if Jagaba will be survivor, me, I'm a survivor. Me, worry boy, I run. No, I'm not going to. I did here. If I'm going to live comfortable for inside this country, me, I will also live comfortable in this country. I will see 3 square meal shop. I can go and shop in 5-star hotel. My children are not going to sleep on darkness one day. They would live their life. Me too, I will live my life. That's just the one thing that I can guarantee you people. But what I'm saying is don't always believe that because you hear it in the media, it's true. No. And, you know, it's strange that a media person is the one that's saying this. I always say that everything is about agenda. What agenda are you pushing? Invasion of countries is not a bad thing. Supporting countries that are invaded are not a good thing. It's not a noble thing that deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, a Pulitzer Award. But remember, Celtic were punished for supporting Palestine when Israel were shelling them. Let's not forget that in any bit, athletes were punished for standing with Afghanistan, Iraq, and Palestine when they were shelled. I know all you guys want to hear sports news, but guys, calm down. This is not the way they do that. That's I can always say, if you're looking for all those hot news, you know where to go. If you come here, a conversation will do. Now the way they do me for body, now we'll talk about. So let's talk about it because it's important. Now it doesn't affect the price of wheat, it doesn't affect the price of noodles and everything. Flights are going to be grounded in Nigeria. Meanwhile, not be here at the bomb. Things are going crazy, and everybody you ask the other day, somebody sent a message that said because of the war in Ukraine, noodle price will go up. Go and buy old stock now before it is too late. It sounds like a joke, but that's exactly what's happening. Okay. But let me give you transfer gist. I mean, you guys want to hear a sports story, so why should I deny? Why should I be denying you people what you're here for, right? So let's do some sports story. Don't forget, if you want to call in on the show, it's 07025000069, and if you want to send a WhatsApp message as well, it is 07025000069. Okay, and by the end of the show, the third part of the Austin Iguain interview will be out there. Okay, you would have it out there. The third piece of that interview will be out there for you to hear, to listen to. And we're breaking it in piece according to you people. You ask for it, and that's what I do. Okay, Deepa Popola says, Bros, it's your opinion. Some of us have different opinions, so let's talk sports. And like you said, it's my opinion. Okay, if you want to talk sports, talk sports. Right in there, I would read it. And what I'm saying right now is sports. Aston Villa manager Steven Gerrard is monitoring Atletico Madrid Uruguay striker Luis Suarez, 35. Now, see, you know why this story is interesting me? You know how everybody says Suarez is this, he's racist, he's a biter, he shouldn't come back to the Premier League. When I saw the story last night, I was like, yeah, this is going to be my lead story. Forget all the Roman Abramovich. It's going to be my lead story. It's interesting me now. You know, and Steven Gerrard is just kind of like assembling his old pals, calling them the cavalry. You remember the movie Expandable? John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, and all these guys, all the old school rejects, all the people that Hollywood is no longer giving roles. Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, what's his name again? That guy that was in Coming to America Part 2. Wesley Snipes, all of those guys, put them all together and then bring in some of the old guys, some of the current guys, like so that the movie does have life. Expandable 1 and 2, you know, trying to redo the A-Team by the Anderson and his crap. Okay, Miss Miles says, what's your take on City dropping points yesterday? To me, I don't see any issue. They could have easily won that game. Missed 3 open nets. Okay, and that's the issue. When you start missing chances, it's the lack of confidence. So what is draining their confidence? That's football anyway. It happens. But you know, there was a time when Arsene Wenger lost the title after having 16 points, 12 point or 16 point gap. And I remember Carlo Ancelotti also lost the title with 16-point gap. This is going to be like the biggest catastrophe of all if this happens. Like if Man City does not win this title and Liverpool come to overhaul them. Well, the good thing is they have Liverpool to play, so they have to show themselves. Talking about Liverpool, Arsenal definitely will play Liverpool tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Frankie Fresh, no, there's something you said, something from Smash. Miss Smash says Arsenal versus Liverpool would be tough, being a while Liverpool won at the Emirates. Yet that's something that Man City will be begging their former assistant coach to do for them. Just get a draw. That's all they're asking. Get a draw, but if you win, is a big bonus, okay? Like they wanted West Ham to win, but that didn't happen. West Ham, Lanzini just couldn't find the composure to make it happen. Frankie Fresh 00 said, Frankie _ Fresh 00 said, bros, I get something to talk about the interview with Kochi. Why do you think he would say Onazi's invitation wasn't to specify some big belly men? You are a football and have vast experience. Well, he said he didn't say so. But I've also spoken to a former colleague, Yinka Sports, a guy who I trust, work with him, and I've got mad respect for him. I spoke to Iguain, and Iguain said he didn't say that. See, you know the way I do my interview, I don't defend my interview. I've never done an interview and I go on air and try to defend it. I don't defend my interview. My interview is always like a conversation. I don't do a Fanika Ode kind of interview. Do you know who I am kind of interview? No. Guys, before I even interview, I tell you, guys, some questions are going to be tough. Some questions are not going to be nice. I'm not here to rub your shoulder. I'm not here to massage you, but we will play. I don't see life as that serious. I put it out there. So it is his word against his alleged word. I've not seen an audio or a video of him saying, oh, I invited Onazi to placate some people. But let's talk football with the sense of understanding what football is, okay? Let's not say because we want to be sensational or we want to go crazy. Because I have the right to invite anybody to his team. What you as a fan require is he should win the matches. You will judge a coach by the results, not by who you invite. It is only in Nigeria we want to tell a coach who to invite. Nobody have the right to tell a coach who to invite. You can suggest, it's your opinion. Like I always say in the media, we will all have our say, the coach will have his way. So trying to understand that is very, very key. Secondly, Coach A will say that this player, this is how I want to play them. Take for instance, under Ganadraw, Moses Simon was always playing on the right. The games under Aston Villa, the only 4 games we've seen, all of those that Moses Simon played, or 3.5 games that Moses Simon played, was on the left. And it was more electric, more impactful. His crosses are still very poor, whether from the right or from the left. His crosses are still very, 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 very poor. You know, especially from a person, I played as a winger, but beyond me playing as a winger, I grew up watching the elastic allows of this world, Finidi George, Tijani Babangida, and Humphrey Jeba, Duke Udi. If you grow up, feed your eyes, let's leave even Europeans, feed your eyes with all of those kind of white players. And then you have Moses Simon, as electric, as orgasmic as his game might be sometimes. I think I have issues with his crosses. His final ball is poor. But if the coach decides to invite him, I don't have a problem with it. Okay? I don't like certain players in national team. If I was the coach of the Super Eagles, Alex Iwobi would not even come near the camp. Does that mean he's a bad player? No. Another coach will see him as his key player. He's God. That's the way it works. Okay? So we can't determine for the coach who he invites, whether the player is 40 years old, whether the player is not. When Karim Benzema was invited for the national team by Didier Deschamps, everybody have an opinion. He shouldn't invite him. He's got this, he's got that. And beyond that, France should be looking to the young players and be going forward. After all, France just won the World Cup in 2018. What do they need Karim Benzema for? What happened? He went on and won the Nations League. As in the Euros, they won the tournament that he came for. So sometimes we should sit down. And I've heard people say things like Nigeria should be looking forward, looking to young players. Yes, in 2002, France took that decision. They looked to young players. They took the 3 hottest strikers in the world to the World Cup. Henry scored a combined goal and assist 51 in the Premier League. Top goal scorer, everything went to the World Cup. Jibril Cissé was the top goal scorer in the French league in France. And then David Trezeguet was the top goal scorer in the Italian league with 31 goals. Guess what? They went to the World Cup. They didn't score a single goal. A single goal. They did not score 1 goal against some team and got knocked out from the group stage. They were the defending champions. Guess what? The next 4 years they qualified for the World Cup in 2006. They went to get a retired man, Zinedine Zidane. And some of you will say, oh, Zidane is different. No, it's not different. He's retired. He's old. He led them to the finals, even though with that headbutt against Materazzi, they lost on penalties, but you saw the value of Zinedine Zidane. My point here is, nobody is too old to be invited to a national team. As long as he's playing, it doesn't matter where he's playing from. And we're very, very quick to talk about somebody playing in the 2nd division of Saudi Arabian League. Right? But in 1994, we took an Eguavon who had not played football from 1993 up until 1994 to win the Nations Cup as a standing captain and to play at the World Cup as a standing captain. Okay? We also took a Keshi who was not playing captain, played only against Greece. We took him to the World Cup, and it's okay. 2013, when we won the Nations Cup again, we took Sondoba, who had been clubless for God knows how long, and took other home-based players that we don't like. The thing is, what I always stand for is let the coach be able to fuse the materials that he gets. Because once you start interfering that you shouldn't invite another, what's the difference between you saying that and you also accusing that the NFF or some big belly men are influencing him to invite players? You are already doing the same thing, accusing other people that you can't even prove of. That's just my take on this. Because no matter how you look at it, we are all influencers. One way or the other, we're influencers. What I will say is, because the coach is paid to do a job, he should do his job. Do I like the players that invite all of it? I don't like them, but liking them is not the responsibility of the coach. It's just like what I always say. I will give my take, I will give my opinion, I will say what I say. How you hear it and how you interpret it is none of my business. That's not my responsibility. So what we need to look at now for the coach, one, because this is a very crucial game, I think that all this side talk and distraction about Onazi is baseless. You know why it's baseless? First off, Onazi is a standby player, meaning Onazi might not even come to the camp. The only time Onaze will be needed in camp is when players start pulling out, injured or the rest. So Onaze is not going to come to camp in the first place. That's one. As a standby player, even if he comes to camp, there are no chance of him making the team. So why are we having a headache over that? Is Onaze not in Nigeria? Is he not a footballer? Has he not served this country very well? Doesn't he have a chance to play? If they had invited a player from, and I'm looking forward to a coach that will do that because it's something that is possible. If, for instance, Iguava was going around town, right? Going to watch matches, maybe at NIS, at Legacy P, somewhere in Samaru, in Kaduna, or somewhere in Kofamata in Kano, or somewhere in Rumola in Port Harcourt, or Isliat in Wari, and he picks a player, he sees a player, and this player is fantastic, but it's a street player, it's not played for any professional club. But he just believes this player can make impact in my team. And he takes the boy and invites him to the national team. Would you guys say he's done something wrong? Oh, this person doesn't have a professional experience. Would you say that? Well, we would argue, because this is a social media age, we will argue that, oh, he's trying to sell the player. But let's not forget that that's how people like them, Adukia Asemaka, them, made it to the national team. Schoolboy, we used to call them Schoolboy International. People like them, Samson Sessa and the rest of them from St. Fibers, that's how they make it to the national team, if I'm not making a mistake in the name of the school he went to. But it was okay at the time. What has changed now? A professional footballer plays football in second division in Saudi Arabia is not a problem. I don't understand why that is anyway. I think we should move past that and start thinking, oh, how much support are we going to give to them? I'm supposed to be hearing people saying, oh, how do we go to Abuja and go and support the team in the second leg? How much is ticket? What color of jerseys are we going to wear? That's the buzz. That's the excitement that we're supposed to be having. But you know, in Nigeria, we just like to derail the train, and by derailing the train, I mean it both speech-wise, and I mean it both literally, because I heard the other day that the train track, who does that, was caught. Like, they caught the train track and stole the metal plates. Like, I'm wondering, who sabotaged themselves? Oh, funny things that happen in this country anyway. But so that's the way I see that. You might not agree. Like I always say, we might not agree on everything, but let's remember that the national team is our own. And Frankie says, okay, with your experience in the game, give me a reason why Onaze is on the emergency list. I've already given you that. Now Justice to say both teams are in good form, but in terms of well-experienced players and coach, I think Liverpool will take 3 points. Okay. I am awesome Chelsea. What I know the stress people with my handle name now. Sure. A government's invitation of Onaze justifies why people like me does not support foreign coach. Okay. Ab Lewis 9 says, how I get the link to listen online. Okay, if you're using Android, just download it. Go to your app store and download on Elegbete TV Radio. So last night we got a chain, like we got attacked. Our website got attacked. So the link is done. We've passed the message through to the guys in the US to sort it out. They are working very hard to fix it. Time difference is also a very big problem. Our radio is actually hosted in the US. So the website is they're working on it. It's elevatortv.com/radio, but they're working on it. But if you're using an Android phone, you should be able to listen as it is right now. Just search for Elevator TV Radio on your app store. But beyond that, we're working on the iOS too, but we've been having issues. We keep trying to get in, and Apple had their problem. I don't know. It's these are the headache that people who have radio face, and they keep giving us problem, but we'll get past that one. Okay. Now, Justice to say, more energetic from left, more than from the right. Yes, I agree with you. Hey, my big boss. Yes, so Harry Wala, the boss of all bosses, my mentor. He said a coach doesn't have an absolute right to invite who he or she wants. I think a coach have a boss, especially at national team level. I think a coach have, especially in this one when the coach is also your technical director. He's answerable to people. Once that list comes out, two things that we should always agree on. The people that the coach is answerable to accepted the list. Let's agree on this. I was with him in London. The GS was there. Dayo was there. Amunike is there. what's he called? The coach, Guavon, went to London, went around, came back. One of the things that I always say is the list was made by the coaches, submitted by the head coach, which is Guavon, and the FA, the people that we voted, we trusted with the responsibility to run football, administer football in Nigeria, perused that list and saw it and said, okay, well, okay. And then they released it. They start sending invite to players and the rest of them, because that's the administrative backend. I'm doing a film on the Super Eagles right now, so I think I know a few things, not all. So that's the way the back office work. If all those people have already approved it, though I said we don't have the right to complain, we do. But at this stage, match is crucial. That match home and away against Ghana is worth $10 million. Qualifying for group stage of the World Cup is $10 million. It was $8 million in 2018, but now it's $10 million. If my facts are correct, or probably let me stay safe, $8 million. That's like any I want to look at it is big money. I know that it's expensive to run the national team. Each game is highly expensive, blah blah blah. But hey, I'm gonna leave the coach to do his thing. Okay, Nayo, he said, I've been following you since Brilla FM. Which I like all your analysis, brother. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. But please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's like the only way now to make me happy more for all this following, like Jesus' disciple. Just like Nigerian guys and Sugar Daddy or Yahoo Boys. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel, Elevator TV Sports on YouTube, and then beg all your friends. I beg you, not before so yeah, data. Beg all your friends to subscribe to the channel. I want to make sure we get to at least 10,000 subscribers before June ending. I know that I would have hit a landmark, and then I'll start a milestone, and then I'll start going further. MB Louis 9, he said that Nigerians are very problematic. I ignore them when they make such comments. Okay, we are all humans. It's a human thing. It's not a Nigerian thing actually. It's everywhere. Everywhere. There's comments everywhere. In England already, everybody's saying, "Oh, what's it called? He's doing well anyway." Aaron Ramsdale should be England #1 goalkeeper. The coach must make him #1 goalkeeper. But the coach already have built a team that went to the finals of the Euros, a team that went to the semi-finals of the World Cup. There's team chemistry, but it should bring him as #1. Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I would love to see him as England #1, but at the same time, I want to see the coach decide on what he does. Okay, now your justice, you say, wow, that's a huge amount of money for qualifying to the World Cup. Yes, the World Cup is a $4 billion business minimum $4 billion. So you should understand. Just go and type online and see breakdown of the money. What do you get for making the group stage, the round of 32, or the round of 16, and quarterfinals, and then the finals? Then you understand that football is big business. So nobody what they do for you, our club that they do like like people will be saying Qatar did their brain. Well, let's move further. Manchester United are considering a fresh summer move for Tottenham Hotspur 28-year-old England striker Harry Kane. If Harry Kane don't go this time, we really know say even though you will get village people. Okay. Lionel Messi's father and agent Jorge has called Barcelona to discuss whether. Damn, what the hell is wrong with this man? Barcelona, please not agree. The 34-year-old at the time forward can return after leaving last summer to Paris. Please, Xavi, if you know what is good for you, say no. Be bold. Go and do like somebody said, the audacity to say no. Please, say no. We know he's Barcelona legend, but say no. It's not going to be. But Messi, I'm a fan of Messi. I love Messi, but Messi's not going to add any value to any team right now. Messi is the kind of player that comes to your team, you're going to struggle to put him on the bench. Okay, Miss Mai, say national team selection is different from league selection. Just bench Pickford. See Deschamps using Giroud even when he wasn't playing for his club. That's my point. You know, when people say this thing, I'm like, I don't understand. But you know, if that Olivier Giroud that was sitting on the bench, not playing, if he was in Nigeria, listen, if I don't do that now, people will say don't collect money. But what are you going to do? That's not a problem. It's okay. That is a professional coach. He knows his job. He stands his ground. It is a professional. But when Nigeria does exactly that same thing, I don't collect money now. The satisfied big belly men, as one of our writers comments make. You understand? You know, people forget about like team chemistry is very, very important. It's more important than anything to achieve team chemistry, to have a group of players who already know the mind of the coach, who understand the way the coach thinks. And there's a whole lot to it. Okay, but hey, Football fans also have the right to say anything. After all, most of them are the ones that are paying to push the team. But especially in Nigeria, where we don't even pay to go watch matches, I don't think we have that much right as we think we have. NFF have non-responsibilities than just super egos. What is happening to our grassroots? Well, grassroots is going on. If you're not monitoring it, grassroots is going on. If grassroots is not happening, you will not have TCC League, you will not have Fusion League, you will not have the Port Harcourt City League, you will not have all the leagues that are going on. Grassroots, to be very honest, it's not NFF's responsibility. Let's be fair. It's the sports ministry responsibility. That's why back in the day, I'm a product of youth fund. I wouldn't have ever signed for Sharks of Port Harcourt if I didn't play youth fund. I'm a product of youth fund. I played Ramat Cup, I played Gogo's Cup, I played Besindausa's Cup, I played Oba's Cup, play all those Principal Cup, Edmonton's Cup, and the rest of them, where people like Winston Roma also were discovered. There is a body responsible for it. We killed it. We no longer have school sports, but in place of school sports, we now have a lot of academies. So it's not like grassroots sports is not happening. Do you know that currently grassroots is responsible for conducting more transfers of players abroad than you have from like the MPFL, NNL, or NLO clubs? So you can't say grassroots is not there. This thing they say in science that the eyes have the ability to see 45,000 things, but can only focus on one. Maybe what you're focusing on right now is making you ignore the things on your peripheral vision, and you think they are not happening. It is, things are happening. Okay, grassroots is going on strong, is doing well. Look, Bagada FC is a grassroots team. Bagada FC. Box to box is a grassroots team. G12 just won the Fusion League on Saturday at the Legacy pitch against Danas FC. Danas FC have a category of under 12, under 13, under 14, under 15, under 16, under 17 to open height, as we used to call it back in the day when I was a Warri, or Port Harcourt. So there are grassroots football going on all across the nation. Let's not forget that the NFF also have that Zenith under 15 tournament, competition that goes on nationwide. There's a whole lot of competition. Some competitions have been constrained by economic situation, like the GT Bank Principal Cup, like the Copa Coca-Cola that we used to have, that produced players like Tawa Wani, Wakali, if I'm not mistaken, and a host of other players that came in through the ranks. So there's grassroots. It does not necessarily have to be the NFL. It's grassroots. It's just that maybe you're not focusing or you're not noticing it. Let's go further down. Lionel Messi. Okay, I read that one. Discussed with Barcelona's the agent to return to the club after leaving last summer for Paris St-Germain. Barcelona will consider a move for Chelsea Belgium striker. Oh, Jesus Christ. Romelu Lukaku, 28, if they cannot sign Borussia Dortmund Norway forward Erling Braut this summer. Barcelona manager Xavi is keen on the versatility that Liverpool's Egypt striker Mohamed Salah, 29, will add to the side. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta and Tottenham boss Antonio Conte are on a 9-man shortlist for, that sound like NFL back in the day, the Paris Saint-Germain job. If Mauricio Pochettino is sacked, he will be sacked at the end of the season. I thought they already have a deal in principle for Zinedine Zidane. What's happening? Okay, AC Milan believe that Lille Dutch defender Sven Botman, 22, and Portugal midfielder Renato Sanchez, 24, will sign for them immediately. Okay, so we'll wait for the summer and hear those news. I was hoping that Arsenal will sign Renato Sanchez, but hey, he chooses where he wants to go. Arsenal needs to guarantee top 4 this season. I think they've done well, but then there is also, like I was saying to my friends, there's also the danger. If Arsenal make top 4, players like Bukayo Saka, players like Emily Smith, even Odegaard, Kieran Tierney, will not become Gabriel Martinelli, Tomiyasu, Ben White will not be in the eyes of the big spenders. I don't know if Arsenal can retain them, based on the salaries that they're earning, the contract that they have. But hey, let's get to the top 4 first. When we get to that bridge, you see, you would cross it. Okay. Liverpool Ireland goalkeeper Koeman Keller, 23, will not be sold to or loaned in the summer transfer window despite interest from Premier League club Manchester City are set to join Real Madrid and Manchester United in the race to sign Bayern Munich Poland striker Robert Lewandowski, even though he's 33, if he is available in the summer. West Ham are increasing their effort to sign Nottingham Forest English defender Joe Worrell, 25, but face competition from Brentford and Everton. Everton look like they're going to get relegated. Another English coach is at the end. His name is Frank Lampard. He's a Chelsea legend and former England international. Leeds United Brazil forward Rafinha, 25, has gain interest from Barcelona and Manchester United. Let's see where he goes at the end of the season. Liverpool are also interested in Leeds Rafinha as well. So there are plenty of customers. There are many suitors, but only one husband you will marry at the end of the day. Liverpool are closing in on the signing of Scottish 16-year-old fullback and winger Ben Doak from Celtic. Yeah, he does play well. I've seen him quite a few games. I've seen clips of him. Was the time he was saying he was going to join Karaciani at Arsenal. Okay, Fiorentina are in touch with Arsenal over a permanent deal for 26-year-old Uruguayan midfielder Lucas Torreira. Please let the deal go through, who is on loan currently. Benfica are keen on Paris Saint-Germain's 34-year-old Argentine forward Angel Di Maria to return back to where it started it all. Okay, Lazio's Albanian goalkeeper Thomas Strakosha, 26, is a target of Premier League clubs as he's been putting on some very, very beautiful performance for the Italian club lately. And Real Madrid's 25-year-old Spain midfielder Dani Ceballos. Remember him? He came to Arsenal, played Arsenal last season, but he was so featherweight, he couldn't hold his ground. Who spent time on loan at Arsenal between 2019 and 2021, faces an uncertain future at the Bernabeu. I don't think he's quality for Real Madrid anymore. I don't think. Are close to completing the signing of Moroccan defender Nasu Mazuri, 24, who is out of contract with Ajax at the end of the season. Man, it's very important for your player run out of contract, and then somebody who could have given you close to 50 or 100 million, just snap him up for free. It's sad, but that's football. When your office people don't do the job that they're supposed to do and do it well, that always happens. Well, let me go to Facebook and see what you guys are saying there. I've been talking to my Instagram people since. Yes, Chris B. Ade is say, how are you doing? Oh, sorry. How are you doing, man? Good morning to you. I'm doing fine. Ojobo John, this is why I love you, and you show. Why is this scrolling up now? You show you are always saying the truth. Okay, my truth sometimes can be annoying to a lot of people. Also, I say good morning, boss. Celebrity TV Radio. Keep entertaining us with your analysis. Thank you very much. And then he went further and I said, boss, I also remember former Arsenal striker Nicholas Bergman. He was a regular for Denmark even when he wasn't Arsenal first choice striker. He wasn't even playing at some point. And then he went to Juventus. He wasn't even seeing matches after he wasn't dressing and being on the bench, but it was a regular for Denmark. They should leave the coach to do his job. Oxen Iguavon, good morning. That's coming from my darling, beautiful love, Fidelia Jackson. How was the US today? How you guys doing? You guys still planning to go to war with Russia? Please tell your president, Joe Biden, not to do it to don't let the devil tempt him. Tempt not the Russian man. Two mad people should not get in the traffic. It will cause serious gridlock for everybody. Well, on YouTube, Jamana Valentine is first to join. Thank you very much. Some people are beating Ivory 10. Some have been, where have you been? Not seen in a while. It's a good morning, boss. Super Eagles are very lucky because Ghana is playing away from home. Where are they playing? Tell me where they are playing. Ivory 10. Idea. And Jamana Valentine is saying, Moses Simon was just there. I don't think if I can forget that word, was just there. Lord have mercy. Patrick, say good morning. I have something in my mind about the MPFL. You keep having something in your mind. If you want to say it. And see, I'm warning you, don't come here and talk rubbish about the MPFL. I'll fight you. Atima Sebastian. Okay, Patrick, Emma Sebastian is not around, so say it. Emma Sebastian is recuperating. He fell ill, and the doctor asked him to finish his treatment, his medication, and then rest. So he's on bed rest. Okay, Emmanuel Sebastian is not around. For over 5 years now, MPFL teams have not made it past the first knockout round of CAF competition. Are the NFF not concerned about this? And what is the main problem? It's not the NFF responsibility to make the MPFL club progress in CAF competition. Other people are doing what they are doing, signing better players. Let's see here, football have a way of falling under the pressure of economic problems. That's why clubs from poor countries hardly do well. Yeah, you will see Sheriff Tiraspol go to Madrid and beat Madrid 2-1. It's an exceptional result. It's one moment that just shocked everybody. But at the end of the day, Madrid are still in the competition. They are already out of the competition, out of Europa. The thing here is, NFF does not have any responsibility to club. Let me explain it the best way that I can. A club is a private business competing in a league in their country to qualify for the continent's competition. And then in playing in those continent competitions, they stand a chance of making more money as they progress. But in also making those money, they also stand a chance of selling their players to bigger club to earn more money. So your first primary job is to set up your club well to be competitive. You cannot every season at the start of a new season, you're signing new 15 players. When I was talking about the national team earlier on, and I used the England national team as an example, I talked about team chemistry. You cannot just bring in 15 players and expect them to blend and then be hoping that the coach will perform magic. Okay? And one of the things that people argue is, oh, you can sack a coach and bring in a new one and you get a result after it happened for Chelsea. It does work for Chelsea, but the standard rule is also leave your coach to be there for a long time. You can't, this season you have a Fatah Show, next season you have Finidi George, another season you have another person. It doesn't work like that. The players that will win you, like qualify for the tournament, for the continent, half of them will be fired. Some of them for no reason. Some maybe just because the management just feel like the players are being rude or they come to training, they don't greet them. And these are things that happen in the league. It's got nothing to do with the NFF. It's got nothing to do with LMC. Unless you are saying, or what I think you're saying subliminally, or subconsciously telling me that the NFF are supposed to go and do bribing and do match fixing. But it's got nothing to do with them. The NFF already have 11 and a half teams to take care of. That's their responsibility. The LMC, on the other hand, doesn't even have any business to do with how they play on the continent. What they do is set the ground running. And I think the LMC have tried. The clubs are just not doing the things that they ought to do as a business, as a football business. And you must understand that it's a business. So I set up this radio. If I'm not making money from it, you're not going to say it is because the Nigerian broadcast system is not working. No. I have to go out there, go and talk to agencies, go and do marketing, talk to people that will enable me earn money. If I'm not doing that bit, it's my fault. I'm not doing something right. If my content, okay, let me use YouTube for instance, since we're talking on YouTube. I remember when I used to put that content, I spent more money to do those content and I end up with 7 views, 6 views, 5 views. I was a beginner. I gave myself gesticulation period, like, okay, I'm going to gestation period, sorry. I'm going to stay here and grow within this period. After now, I'll see how it goes. And true to type, as I grow. In growing, I was also learning. January, for instance, I just learned about, and I keep saying it because I don't know before. In January, I just learned about Super Chat. And Super Chat have helped me with close to $115. Okay? That's one. Just on Saturday, I learned about community. You know, a YouTuber from Australia reached out to me and said, why am I not posting anything on my community? Like, I'm taking my community for granted. And I said, I don't even know what you're saying. He said, oh, I should go to the monetization part. I should check my studio. There's a place called community. I should click on it. And I clicked on it and it was empty. And he said, I should put pictures. I should put stories occasionally, not like every day, but I should just do it. That it engages people. I should organize polls and all that. And I did it. So you grow, you learn. You have to open yourself to learning. I think this club also needs to understand the times that they're in. We're still operating club football in Nigeria in 2022 with the playbook of 1970, 1960, 1980. The playbook needs to change. You need to, first off, invest as much fan base, as much supportership. But I think the people running our clubs are afraid that if they allow fans to get power within the club structure, they would not have the right to do some of the things they want to do. So it is about ambition, it's about innovation, it's about growth. And most of the clubs in Nigeria don't see that. Maybe because they're getting free money from government and nobody is asking them for returns. Because if you're asking them for returns, they will know. In this small company that we're running here, people know that every day people come to me and say, let's do this program, let's do that program. And the first question I ask is, how does it give us money? Because I'm going to be paying 100,000 naira for data every month. I'm buying for 10,000 every day. If you want to do a show, 30 minutes, 1 hour, how does it give us money? If you can't explain that, if you can't answer that question, it's a write-off already. So I think this club needs to stand for themselves, as a Patrick. So it's not about NFF. We like to drag NFF into just about everything, but it's not about NFF. That's not NFF responsibility. I hope my explanation is clear, even though I've taken quite a while to bring that up. Some of the above Benny said, bro, so why our coaches are ignoring Anthony Wakeme? That guy is very hot in Turkey. Bro, you see, the thing about life, time and chance happening to them all. I saw the writer for Bible. One of the things that happens is in 2018, I think he got his chance, but things just didn't work. But beyond 2018, let me remind you of one of the things in the Super Eagles right now. The Super Eagles, the one department that is poor for choice is the attack. So we have attackers like Brazil and what's it called, and Giovanni Eba. He was scoring goals of Bayern Munich, winning Champions League, doing all this thing that was doing. Brazilian national team was not looking at him. Whether Luxembourg actually invited him and didn't even let him play. Told him that the fans would not like you because you didn't grow up in Brazil. You went to Europe too fast, playing for Lyon and the rest of them. Another good example is Roy Mackay. Roy Mackay won the Spanish La Liga with Deportivo La Coruña, but the Dutch national team not even sent that. Per van Aanholt is another one who was a French player, but was scoring goals like goals were going out of fashion. But he didn't get it. That's always going to happen in a player's career. Wilson Oroma, for me, and this is going to make people get angry now, Wilson Oroma for me is the better footballer than Austin Jeje Okocha. But Okocha had established and cemented his place in the national team. Oroma didn't ever get to excel. The Owoyo I grew up with in Warri, I would say it any day is a better player than Austin Jeje Okocha. But that's story for the gods as far as anybody is concerned. So sometimes you just don't get the time. The timing might be wrong. You pick from the wrong time. You're not going to. There are main strikers in the team. The other ones are support strikers and players that have been in the team for a very long time. It's going to be hard for you to break into the team. But I understand. Tony Wakame is my guy. I've been to Ajegule once, and he's the reason why I went to Ajegule. I wish he's playing for the national team. But again, like I told somebody the other day, I'm one of those guys who would never be able to call a coach and say, Coach, look this player, give him a chance. I don't do that. I get people call me every day, you're close to coach, especially in the Genatron days. You're close to the coach. You're the only one he's talking to. Can you help me tell him about this, my player that is here? I'm not going to do that. Sorry, don't be angry. Because the thing about doing it is the same person will go and tell people that, if you help me, I give him money. I mean, why he did not? So it becomes a problem because they also will now go to the player and say, I have this guy that is close to the coach. Give me this money to give to him. And then they don't give to you. And the player thinks you have collected money. I'm very, very careful. You can say anything that is stubborn, that is rude, that is pride, is arrogant. But don't say I collected money to do something and I didn't do it. It's not right, okay? I can owe you debt. I can borrow money from you and owe you, but all this football matter, I'm afraid of it. I don't do it. As a part, we say finally, boss, the buzz to go the distance to support the national team is not there anymore. Let's be realistic. It's not safe to travel in our country right now. Besides, even our NFL don't create any buzz. I hear you. I create buzz for you now. You won't take the buzz. Your owner, you just program your mind to blame people. I pray that God will deliver you from that mentality of blaming people all the time. If you want to go watch the Super Eagles, you go and watch the Super Eagles. It's the same country where people go watch Davido, go watch Olamide, go watch Zazu, go watch what's that guy, Naira Marley and the rest of them. So don't tell me that the country is not safe to go and watch people. It's about priority. You just don't have the priority because you're a comfort zone fan or football fan who likes to go watch football in viewing center because you're a Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United fan, and the EPA is there. I wish that sometimes I just feel like the president can just cut broadcasting of Premier League football into Nigeria the way they did for Twitter for like 1 year. Let's see how it works. But it's also not good because that's like destroying somebody's business anyway. As Patrick said, and about what you said about the under-17, I support you a lot. We need to better our league. The people running Nigeria football, share them no get vision. I beat them no like better team. I don't know. Matona the wife, he said, well done, bro. What is the fate of Iwobi in the new Everton and new coach? Keep up the good job. I mean, the coach gave him a chance to play, and I think he had a few good games. The entire team is bad right now. So it's not about his fate. They're fighting for their lives. And when a team is fighting for his life right now, this is the best time for you to show yourself. You know why? You come in, if you play, you give your all. Everybody sees that you give your all. They survive relegation. The club is obviously going to sign new players, going to kick out some players. But Everton look like a team that will get relegated. Okay? It's also the Russian battle because they kicked out Alisha Usmanov very quickly, and there is a whole lot of debt that is hanging there. And the club might not even be able to sign new players when they want to. I think that Frank Lampard made a mistake in signing some of the players that he signed. You can't go and bring a club that is not stable yet. You can't go and bring Dele Alli. I don't know why they brought Dele Alli. There is nothing to bring with Dele Alli. Dele Alli is that kind of player that is not motivated. Dele Alli reminds me of Anthony Martial or Andrea Shavin in the last days at Arsenal, or Mesut Ozil in his last days at Arsenal. There's no motivation. It doesn't seem like he wants to play football. I'm not going to have that kind of player in my team. I'm going to have players who wants to prove a point. Players who think that, look, this is my one chance to make a name for myself. That's why I used to love Sam Allardyce when he was at Bolton Wanderers. You got to bring some of those players who wants to prove a point and put them in Bolton Wanderers, or the Michael Ricketts, or the Ivan Campo, or Yuri Jokurov, Kocha, who wants to prove to people that he's better than Ronaldinho, and then put them together. And then they went to the Carling Cup finals, even though they lost to Aston Villa, if I'm not mistaken. They also, played some beautiful football in the league. And this is Dele Alli. Dele Alli is not motivated like the current Rashford. He's more interested in giving food to people in school, doing booker work than being a football player. But hey, that's the coach. The coach has made a signing. It's going to live and die with it. And then also, you also have to be, feel for the two coaches, the Rafa Benitez and Frank Lampard on one front because of the amount of injuries that the club have suffered. Okay, but hey, English coaches always don't compete for titles. They always compete downside of the table. So it's not Frank Lampard's fault. It's just an English team. Okay, son of the Abba Benitez, Ghana have option to choose from: Benin Republic and Cameroon to host Nigeria because of their poor status of the stadium. Yeah, I know that they've not made the choice. Son of Abba Benitez, I traveled to Nigeria because of data. I couldn't watch you live streaming. Oh, sorry about that. Sydney Igbokwe, when Enyimba win was because of how the governor Oji blah 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 supported the team, right, and kept them together for at least 3 seasons with Kadiri Kana, and he gave us a Yama and host of other footballers. Yes, why? If that's a formula that works, why did they continue? If a formula works, you stick with the formula. So, and then we go and say NFL is MPFL, sir. It's MPFL. Must create a better football management structure which can market the league, will allow investors come in. Say, where do you want the investors to come in, please? Explain that, because I'm all up for it. And I'm sure Shewodiko would watch this video and be interested. When you say a better marketing structure, explain that bit. Are you going to do that marketing structure outside of the Nigerian space, or what do you want them to do? Suggest some things, because right now I really want it to work. If Nigerian league works, it works for my business a whole lot. As a party, okay, today, for instance, I'm sending my producer to Italy. It costs more to do that. Okay, just to go get some few clips. I would rather do what the Arsenal football TV is doing. Do you know that guy, all he does is just cover one club. You know how much that guy is making? Just one club. He's not even covering the whole Premier League. One club. Fans' reactions. Sometimes they don't even go to stadium to go watch match. They watch match in their own studio, right? But at the end of the day, because the league is vibrant, they are making success. I wish I'm doing that. I mean, I watch their live stream sometimes and I see super chats on £100, £50, £100. Like, I'm like, wow, this is nice. What? It doesn't happen like that for us. I'm even one of the lucky ones. I keep saying it. I'm one of the lucky and privileged ones in this YouTube business. If our league is working, and let's say I'm only covering 3SC or Enyimba because of how many diasporans, Igbo people we have, or Rangers, and I'm doing a good job in covering it in and out, I'll make more money. But hey, our league is not working. We really need suggestions. So if you have an idea, push it forward. There's a particular say, if cutting viewing European football is the solution, they should do. Now, it's not the solution. The club needs to be ready first, because it's affecting us, because the good players always end up leaving for the same Europe. And no, there's a way we'll do it. The South African players used to go to Europe until they changed their league. Felix Ezu say, somebody said, book is one of the best I've ever read. I opened my eyes. It opened my eyes to behind the scenes of winning in soccer team. Thank you very much. And when I recommended the book, I know what I was recommending. Felix Eze, he said, I'm looking forward to Iguavon's book after listening to him in the interview. Iguavon is going to have a book. We've had a conversation with him. He's going to have a book, but let him finish what he's doing right now. Maybe we'll start talking about that one. We're negotiating to have the publishing rights of the book. So we'll see how that goes eventually. Guys, thank you very much for coming to the end of the show. It's been nice, man. I think I touched on every message that was sent from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter. Everyone, I touched on that. So this is not the day I will go away from the show and start feeling bad. I didn't read some people's message. I'm happy about that. Thank you very much. God bless you guys for always being on the show. Thank you, and thank you once again. Roland, I'm returned. I didn't see you. I just see you once, and then you just disappear. What's painful? It seems like every good player must travel abroad to make it. Same with doctors, engineers. It's economic factor. It's actually economic factor, right? Do you know how many people have reached out to me and say, for this media thing that you're doing, relocate to Europe? I have a friend, Dr. Shoba, they said, come Sweden, this same thing that you're doing, come to Europe, you'll be making big money. No. I'm gonna be here. I'm going to still make that money. Okay, it's hard. It's tough. It's challenging, especially when all your best friends are putting you under that pressure. The first time in my life, I'm feeling peer pressure. Okay, I mean, I didn't feel peer pressure growing up, but right now I'm feeling heavy peer pressure. But hey, I'm gonna stand my ground. Okay, thank you, but I'm telling you that. Thank you, but I'm telling you that. Okay, Sidney Bokwe is the last one I'm going to read. He said, "Okay, sir, marketing structure. We can do it in Nigeria. Fan reaction after games, if there can be YouTube channels for clubs, people can follow it even in diaspora. I live in Australia, but follow CAF matches. Okay, thanks, bro. We can send ideas so we can even wear in Basha. So okay, so now let me say this before I go. I've been trying to open an online shop for Nigerian club size jerseys where I would send you order it and I'll send it anywhere. But I've always been scared. I even have a partner in the UK, fella, it's in the UK and the US, and we've been talking about this back and forth. I'm like, well, people don't go buy. I don't want to go and stockpile small money that I have. I gotta invest it in buying jersey and put it in one warehouse, and people are not buying it because people need to take off this season stock and then you stock next season. It's something that I think I can do. Look at the Bagada. If you go to Bagada jersey now, they are fine jerseys. I think it's something that anybody can order. Okay, and they'll deliver to you anywhere in Nigeria, and even if you're abroad, if you pay the charges, they will deliver. But the thing is, sometimes you're worried that if you can't put your money in it, there are no guarantees, and it's a risk. Okay, fear of failure is doing me anyway. But now that you mentioned it, maybe if I get a great number, because one of the things that I've also noticed, almost all the jerseys that I gave out, apart from the one that is Patrick came here to pick, and those guys that came to the studio, I gave it out to people that are abroad. And one way or the other, they have been able to. The guy in Austria told me that he's received his jersey, but just that the jersey, his size is too big. I said he should frame it on the wall. That's not my business. And that's marking one. And a few other guys. There's a guy in Australia like you too who also got a jersey and he's received it. So it means that things are going on in this country, right? So maybe myself, another guy was very passionate who's coming up next. Peter, another will put heads together, and Linda Ike will all put heads together and open a store, an online store where we can sell you Nigerian jerseys. But we need to have guarantees as well that the Nigerians in diaspora and everybody would love to buy these jerseys and tell us, don't worry, I'll do the footwork. I'll run around. I've got Ariwala, I've got a lot of people. I'll run Andrew Randa, then I'll get all these people. All the club jerseys will be available, and we'll see how it goes. Well, hey guys, it's time, 9:57 a.m. this morning. I gotta go. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed myself today. I really, sometimes you do a show and you don't feel it. Today was a Zen moment. I was there and I enjoyed it. All the questions, all the comments were on point. They were just on point from Instagram to Facebook to YouTube. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Thank you very much. And I want to say a special shout out to certain people. Okay, certain people. These guys, I don't know, but they have changed my YouTube channel. They have brought energy into my YouTube channel. They made my YouTube channel different. Okay, Ibriton, Johnny Gafar, and quite a few other people. Let me just look for the name now. Nikal Baraj Waj, sorry if I don't pronounce that name well. Emmanuel Okonta, Don Raymond, Michael Makiwa, yes. Fortune Rich, and again, all of these guys who first they taught me what super chat is, and then they sent me super chat. Thank you so much from the depth of my heart. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you all, and thank you for making all of this work. And God bless everyone who listens, both on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the radio app, as well as online, even though our website is down. So I don't know if it's hacked. I need to get the technical report before I'll be able to say anything. But as I go, this is from Ibrahim from Ikorodu. He said, good morning, boss. Do you think Vieira will do well with big team? I love what he's doing with Crystal Palace, and he's also done well with Nice in the past. Let him get that chance first. This is just the beginning. we will see at the end of the day. The name is Edaf Matthew. You love to come in the Legator One of Sports. For those of you who said I should do that fast thing that I used to do in Brilliant, don't worry, I'll soon do it and put it on Instagram and my YouTube short. But thank you very much. God bless you. Love you all to bits. Tomorrow I'll be here again to do it. Keep supporting us. Keep pushing us. We would strive to get better. Next week, anyway, I would be in the camp of the Super Eagles and give you updates from camp every single day. God bless you, and I love you all. Bye-bye.
So this morning we carry our